Missing Link comes to us from Laika Studios and it stars Hugh, Jackman, Zoe Saldana, and Galifianakis, and it tells the story of the missing link, the mysterious man ancestor who calls upon the help of Sir Lionel Frost, an extremely enthusiastic explorer who has traveled around the world, and Link recruits him to help him find his long-lost relatives on the fabled valley of Shangri-La. And along with an old flame of Sir Lionel, Adelina Fortnight, the trio travels to the Himalayas to try and find a home for Mr. Link. Despite not being a fan of all their films, I'll always be a supporter of Laika Studios because they're doing something that no one else in Hollywood at all times is doing, and that is stop motion animation, which is something that should never go extinct. They always do a great job, and the animation in this film is no different. The characters, the designs of the characters, the designs of the towns, the way they move around, the designs of the creatures in this film specifically, everything is so creative. Everything is looked at to the most minimal detail, and you see after the end credits how they worked with visual effects to make these things come to life and seem like they're really moving. It's just beautiful to watch, and it looks seamless on screen. Every film they make is very different from the others, not because of the type of animation, because they're all stop motion, but because they try their hardest and they accomplish it in making every film look different, feel like a different universe, but it comes forth to life all the more because it is stop motion. They are just astounding. I admire the work that all the artists behind these films put into making these films happen and bring them to us, a worldwide audience, which is why I'm always also rooting for them not only to be good, but to actually make good money at the box office, because these people deserve it. And Missing Link is another solid outing for Laika. Lionel Frost, our main character, is just amazing. He's so enthusiastic. He has a passion for adventure and exploring and proving that these myths and these creatures actually exist. He wants to join this club. He reminded me a lot of Milo from Atlantis: The Lost Empire. I like seeing a character that has such a passion for something, that he just wants to share that with the world, this love for finding these creatures, not hurt them, which is another different from what we see in the norm. This guy doesn't want to hurt these creatures, he doesn't want to kill them, he just wants to prove to people that they exist, that this world that we live in is wonderful, and I was really behind the character because of that. And Galifianakis just kills it as Link. This is genuinely one of my favorite performances from him, of him voicing this man-ape thing in this film. And honestly, the humor is on point. This is probably Laika's funniest film by far. I do not remember, honestly, one joke not hitting. In my memory, all of them hit. And the chemistry between Jackman and Galifianakis, Lionel Frost and Mr. Link is just astounding. I don't even know if the two actors were on the same booth together or on different booths looking at each other. That's just a testament to how good they were, because you have no idea that they would be separate. You feel like they're in there together, giving their voice to these characters, and it just comes across beautifully. And what I really like is that in each step they take in this adventure, really paused to give these characters something to grow on, something to learn about themselves, and something to learn about the other two that are on this journey together. The character work is genuinely fantastic. This film did not forget to make it meaningful, genuine, and heartfelt, and not just fun and adventurous and look at all these pretty things. It actually has something to talk about. But as we start going to late second act into third act, that's where I met my biggest flaws with this film. Without spoiling anything, there is really no doubt in this film about who Sir Lionel Frost really is, or what his true intentions are. The film felt like it lacked a certain tension, given what this adventure truly is about for him and for Mr. Link. I just wish there was some stakes there. And also the villains. They are there and they serve their purpose, but at one point, very early on rather, you really don't see him as a true threat. So the villains were kind of just fine and they exist. That's what I kind of felt about them. I really don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just say the message in this film is beautiful and heartfelt, and it goes along to what this film has always been trying to talk about. What I felt was missing in this film were just some higher stakes in terms of what these characters would be struggling with along this adventure. There's a new problem that emerges rather late in the film, and it gets resolved too quickly to actually fill some tension in that was missing from the other problems I mentioned. I think Laika has another win for sure. Not as strong as Cuba and the Two Strings, not as strong as Coraline, a solid outing just like Paranorman, which ironically is from the same director. I'm giving Missing Link a B-. Guys, what did you think of Missing Link? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you rank the Laika Studio films, and let me know what you thought about this film in general. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. I'll be back with my reviews for Justice League versus the Fatal Five, which is very late. I'll be back also with a review for Dragged Across Concrete, which is also very late, and a collab review with Patrick Burrow for the first Hellboy before the new one hits theaters next week. Thank you so much once again. I hope to see you in those reviews. So until then, stay beautiful and stay geeky. And if you're not done so yet, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you can be geeky. Unite!